Hey, this is JA bringing you a new series for my channel. I'm going to entitle this One Life, and I figured I would use in the background just one life from a particular video game, whether it be Call of Duty or Battlefield or Titanfall, whatever game that I'm playing at the time. I'm just going to show you one life for that, but I wanted to tie it in and kind of talk to you about this one life that we have to live on this earth, and I wanted to give you some practical advice for that. I want to keep it shorter and just get right to it. So the first topic that I wanted to talk to you guys today about is, what does God want from you, or what does God want from me? Now, you might be a non-Christian listening to this, and maybe you're wondering, if there was a God, what would this God want from me? I want to help you out with that. Or maybe you're a Christian and you're still trying to figure this out. I think this is something that sometimes we tend to overcomplicate. So I want to go to the Old Testament, because Micah gives us a great answer and specifically answers that very question. In fact, in Micah 6:8, he actually tells the people what God wants from them. And just prior to this, he's like, do you think God wants 1,000 rams or rivers of oil or something like that? He's like, no. And he says he's shown you what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. So there are the three things that God is looking for. Now, there's going to be some specific things in your life, but these three things in particular are for everybody, and they make up a foundation to build off of. So let's focus on these three things. We'll go through them real quickly. The first one says to act justly, and that just means to be honest and fair. I don't know if you've ever been ripped off by anybody, but that's not any fun, and it makes you, I know it makes me really mad when I get ripped off. So, God wants us to be honest with people and to be fair with people. For instance, if we're an employer, he wants us to be honest and fair with our employees, or if we're an employee, vice versa. He wants us to be honest and fair with our bosses, or just, anybody that we come into contact. So that's the first one. The second one says to love mercy. Now, what in the world does love mercy mean? Well, basically it means that we're compassionate people. We're forgiving people. I've screwed up once or twice, or maybe more than once or twice with my wife, and I am really appreciative when she shows me mercy, instead of being all about, getting even or anything like that. It's the same thing with God. He is a very merciful God. He shows us a lot of mercy. So he wants us in turn to be agents of that mercy and to pass that on. So he wants us to love mercy. And the final one is probably the most important one, and it says to walk humbly with our God. He wants us to be humble people, not arrogant, prideful people thinking we're better than everybody else. But he also wants us to walk with him. And this is talking about having that relationship with him, where we spend time talking to him and we spend time listening to him. I know I've had so many great conversations riding a lawnmower around for a couple hours, just talking to God. Take the headphones off, turn the video games off, and just spend some quality time with him, talking to him and listening to him, and it will radically transform everything else about your life. So those are three things to concentrate on. If you've got a topic maybe you want me to talk about, leave that for me. Also too, I will be returning to my SMH moments later this week, so if you have any video clips for that, send them to me. But that's all I got for this one life. Let me know what you think about this. As always though, take care and God bless.